Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. We are the Wrestling for Life Network, and this is a terrific Tuesday. We got a little bit of NXT on tap tonight. Going to be a fun one, folks. We're going to get into all the action, lots going on, heading towards Stand and Deliver. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are back and at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is a Tuesday night. So, of course, we're diving into NXT tonight. Lots going on, lots of stories building, lots of things to talk about in the wrestling world, lots going on out there. So, get in that chat. Don't be shy. Don't be quiet. Come say hello and make sure you hit like and subscribe. But I will remind you, I am every night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and that is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world. He's got me so I can say his name for him. The Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick. And yes, we're back at it with NXT after the smooch heard around the world, sir. The smooch that was felt throughout the WWE universe.
A big old, whooping on those lips.
Frankly, Lash Legend, I don't give a damn. That's what I felt like a little bit. But yeah, we've got Trick taking on Noam Dar. We've got Roxanne taking on Tatum Paxley. So it's the standoff, I guess, with that one. And we've also got 2 tag team matches, I believe, qualifying for the triple threat, the other half of the triple threat for the #1 contendership for the tag titles.
Absolutely. Lots going on. I mean, even having the OC in action tonight's going to be a fun one. And yeah, I mean, we'll see what they have to contribute. They're also in the other tournament, which is very interesting, like the other qualifiers. So they're double dipping.
So do we want to out of the gate here? We watched Raw last night. We didn't know it at the time because we're here live and no one in the chat managed to point it out and everything like that. But I guess Rebby Hardy and Matt Hardy were in attendance. I've heard this rumor going around that Matt's trying to get back to the WWE and even trying to get Jeff out of his contract earlier. Now, the question I feel is, does WWE want the Hardys?
No, not really.
Just bluntly, no.
Like, seriously, though. I mean, could they use the Hardys in a select way? Yes. Are the Hardys ever going to be full-timers week in and week out again? Guys, no. But I could see, we all understand and know why the Hardys want out of AEW. It has been a bumpy road. So, yeah, I mean, what are we going to do? We have legends. Could they put them in, like, if they showed up at WrestleMania just for the pop? Yeah, I mean, I think they'd go for it, but minimally.
I've heard the potential of them being added to the multi-ladder match.
Saw that going around.
Yeah, which would be interesting. Now, I think it all depends on how Matt and Jeff want to come back to the company. If they want to come in, I don't want to say this respectfully, but hat in hand and more like Matt can't be all fucking throwing temper tantrums and everything like he is in AEW, and Jeff's got to make sure he keeps on the fucking straight and narrow. So it might be a couple appearances. That's the thing is they'd be more just slotting in just to be a nostalgia pop for a night, like if anything.
Yeah, bits and pieces. I really don't see them being used a lot. And you know what the funny thing is? I think you talked about hat in hand. I think that Matt Hardy is going to have the biggest hat and the biggest hands because, I mean, he was so pro AEW publicly. I mean, fighting with Jim Cornette, constantly pumping the tires of the Bucks. Now he's like, fuck this place. And it's like, wait. I thought you loved it here. I thought things were going well.
I thought everything was so great over here. You're finally getting used right. This is where you can actually express your artistic expression and everything.
Right. And that has not worked out. Yeah, I mean, could the WWE see value in getting that pop? Maybe one more match kind of thing, maybe. But I unfortunately, it feels like the Hardy Boys are at the end of the road.
To the end of the road. I think this might be a little bit more of the Hardys knocking on doors, and it depends on really. I don't think the WWE might answer it.
They're gonna end up in TNA doing the fucking gimmicks again.
Tony's just gonna be like, "Well, I still got you. I still got your brother.
Right,
Matt, why don't you go see if they just want you? Huh? How's that gonna work out for you?"
right. Yeah, I mean, very interesting. And I mean, Matt Hardy being there was really, it was funny because nobody said anything. Obviously, they weren't going to talk about it on TV. And then I get off stream and I see the pictures and I'm like, huh, interesting.
I think Michael Cole may have referenced the Hardys or something,
Oh,
because
did
that's
he?
what Rebby Hart. I don't know, half the time we're
Okay,
talking over
okay.
them, but well, I saw the video going around from Rebby, which I thought that was a whole clusterfuck between her and Matt for a while too.
Mhm.
But that she was, put a whole thing out of, once Michael Cole references the Hardy Boys on Monday Night Raw, and it shows, her whole process of going to Monday Night Raw and then up in the suite and everything.
Right. No, I'll leave it to Rebby to get some attention.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But folks, it should be a fun one here tonight. Lots going on, of course, like we said. Lots of matches. I mean, there's some stuff on here I'm not sure how it's going to work out. But I mean, at the end of the day, we're still building this Trick storyline, the Carmelo storyline. Of course, your Paisan, your buddy, the new #1 contender. We will hear from him tonight as well.
Well, let's not forget, Ilya almost had to, be sleeping with the fishes there, wearing cement shoes last week here. So
Right.
it's really starting to pick up on that end too as well, because we've got to start building this stand and deliver card for everybody that says WrestleMania has to go. We only got 2 weeks here.
Right. Where's the build? Where's the build? We want more. But let's say hello to the people and get the early birds in and check them off. But Damien, good to see you. Welcome on back. Always looking forward to plenty of stuff. Relax. What's up? How you doing? How you doing? C Money is back with us. Kevin's with us. Who else we got? Rocco. I see C Money. I think I already got you.
Sorry, I wanted to
That's
read
Richard.
Rocco's comment, and C Money. I like the reference because I think only you and I get it. It's an inside reference a little bit.
Where's that?
No. Oh, well, he was saying, hey, no, that was not the one. Damn it. C Money was saying, looking forward to Tatum bewitching Roxy with her pollen. Shout out OSW. It's a word I can't say right now this early in the stream. Right. And then Rocco, I like this one because I had no idea about this. So Sika and Dusty wrestled on April 6, 1980 in a tag match. Now, April 6, 2024, Roman and Cody wrestles.
I had no idea. Funny how things work out.
It's like how that every 15 years they have a brother rivalry at WrestleMania thing.
Yeah, it's just the weird timing of things, right?
Right. Kevin, what up? Well, I think at times almost I feel like they're halfway planned. I mean, you can't exactly have it line up that perfectly, but I think that they're very much leaning into the lineage and the history between not only Cody's family or Dwayne's family, both families as a whole. They've really shaped pro wrestling across the board.
Yeah, and I'll be 100% honest, kind of on a bit of a left turn here, but I really want Tony just to let Dustin go be a part of all this somehow.
Well, he kind of halfway is with his little Twitter feud there of
interesting, right?
But Kevin, what up? Richard, what up? I'm sure Lyra returns tonight to save Tatum from a Roxanne beatdown.
Absolutely.
We'll see. Chris, what up? TJ Hook, what up? Dale, what up? Eric, what up? Baxter, what up? I think your new name, and I'm assuming you're from Toronto because you got the Blue Jays, so you're already a fan of KJ.
I see the Japanese flag as well. So, but yeah, shout out.
That would be the JP then.
The BJs are back rolling. So let's go.
Pause. Don't ever call them that again.
No, I'm gonna all summer. That's all I'm gonna.
Now that's all they're gonna be. Now I should have said nothing. Just no selling, and it won't get over. Right? Eric, what up? Paul, what up? Cool Gamer, what up? Richard Jr., hi. How you been?
How you been? You know how we've been. We're always here.
Right? Come and knock on our door. Come and click on our stream.
We're like Bob.
Waiting for you.
What about Bob? Bob's always here.
Right? Not like Dave, though. Not like Dave.
Not like
Scott said, "Good evening, Nick and KJ. What up? What up? What up?"
what's going on, Scott? But yeah, I mean, I'm really interested to see what the next step for Carmelo and Trick is tonight, Nick. Obviously, it's kind of been, I mean, we've even debated whether or not it should be the main event. So, I mean, very curious to see how this one will play out.
Oh, it has to be. And I like that I've seen this going around of Carmelo taking advice from Drew McIntyre
Did you see that? Yeah.
earlier today and everything. So 100%, I think this has to be an event. And we're just getting started, folks. And this is going to be, this has the potential, just with the build alone, to steal, at least the night one of WrestleMania, I feel, combined between the two shows.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's going to be huge. I mean, I talked about it last night with the potential of Jimmy and Jay being in that contention. I like what's setting up for that weekend. I mean, we're talking about our Mania marathon, and listen, I know people love to knock shit, but I like a lot of what we're getting. I like a lot of what we're heading towards, and I'm really looking forward to this Mania.
Oh yeah, it's this thing called stories that most people just don't seem to have
story.
the retention time. Yeah, we're getting old here. Yeah, I gotta watch my stories.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. We're not missing a minute of our stories. Let's go.
Right. Boston said, Nick, acknowledge me. No, you should acknowledge us and hit that like button, my guy.
Yeah.
I acknowledge you by clicking on you. What? Damien saying, can I get your thoughts on the story coming out between Jack Perry and CM Punk, KJ and Nick, and TK's blaming Jack Perry for CM Punk for not being in the company?
Is that a work? Is that the scapegoat? Are they just trying to help that that storyline, that gimmick?
I mean, I think I like the whole Jack Perry scapegoat thing and everything. We talked about this briefly before we went live and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I just find it funny that because we're here live this much and everything, that I feel we've already talked about this. We've already talked, like everybody's now excited. Oh, we're getting Masha versus Shayna. I feel like we talked about that like the day Shayna was announced she was going to GCW. Like we've already talked about. Tony clearly is upset with Jungle Boy. I think everybody has been upset with him, but I like that he's using that and actually somehow, I feel, got himself over out of all of this.
Yeah, I mean, he was in a tough spot. And I mean, I thought it was a good idea that he went elsewhere. He didn't just jump right back in AEW, because I don't think, no matter what narrative they tried to push out there, it was going to be hard. So as long as he is digging into it, I think that's his best bet. Now, I will point out, again, this is another, there's 15 fucking outlets, news outlets, that are all reporting from one said Dave Meltzer. So take it with a grain of salt, folks, because we have no idea what the fuck this man knows and doesn't know. But yeah, no, essentially, according to Meltzer, he's not been fired. He's absolutely not been fired, but they're not using him.
Yeah, well, and then about how 2-month suspension would have sufficed, but a 5-month or whatever it is now is just overboard. Like, do I really think Tony's like, I can stand this kid, so just ship him off to Japan? No. Do I think that they're leaning into this whole story? And it's like I said, it's getting Jack Perry over a bit. Yes. So I think they're just riding this because it's the only thing that they fucking got with this kid. Like you said, you can't fold him right back into AEW and just act like it never happened.
Yeah, but I am going to get the start of NXT. I know you're probably getting some Richard Wolf.
I'm hungry like the wolf.
Did he just say he was hung? Anyway, moving on.
There's a big in my name for a reason. What?
Yeah. But no, I mean, that's the tricky part. Dave just says things. We don't know if Tony Khan's really mad at Jungle Boy. Again, it is what it is. I got Together, by the way.
I have then, now, so I'll let you know when I come together right now. Pause. No, I do not think you'll finish your story. Sorry, Symphony, but no. I have Together right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, NXT is kicking off. Get in that chat. Be a friend, tell a friend, and we will see what tonight has in store for us as Roxy is all. What a way to start the show. Hello.
Absolutely. And with that review, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. But yes, 100%. So we're kicking off with Roxanne Perez versus Tatum Paxley. So let us know who you're taking in this match. I know we've sandbagged the Bird Lady and everything quite a bit and everything.
I think she's come a long way.
Well, I think this whole angle, this whole story's it's done nothing but help all three women involved. It's given Lyra personality.
Yep.
It's managed to make Roxanne a heel, not this little squeaky baby face.
True.
And Tatum Paxley was lost in the abyss after
Yep.
Diamond Mine fell out. She was just out there doing nothing, and she's arguably one of the most kind of groundswell people in NXT.
Right. As here comes Paxley, wasting no time. Oh, there's Roxy.
That's such like a Joker Batman thing of like,
right?
Oh, you're gonna bam right in the face.
Look at the new look on Roxy. Damn.
It's got a couple of blue streaks.
Yeah, it works for me. It was enough.
Yeah.
I bought a McDonald's Happy Meal, undisputed mustard champion, just so I could make Nick acknowledge me. What?
No, he put in the Discord, which, by the way,
I haven't looked
at Discord. Check out the Tiki Talkies. Check out the merch store. We got all the links. We got all the buttons you can push on anything. But no, this man showed a picture of him with the Roman's title now. I can't even remember fully what it's called. Saying acknowledge me. So fine, there, Boston. You won. You fucking made me bend the knee. Right. I'm out here like Dwayne. Boston, I acknowledge you, my tribal chief, and we'll see how we go from there.
Right. What's up, Chris? How you doing? I see you there. Deb's in the house. What's good? Got Roxanne Perez for the win. Dale, good to see you. In case I haven't said it yet, Roxanne for the win.
Chris, what up? Chair's taking Roxanne. Juan's taking Roxy. Won all that smoke. Absolutely. She's the definition of on-site.
She don't fuck around, man. This whole new gimmick with her, the whole new attitude, it's worked. It's got over. It's done well. And now kind of digging into the heel side of things to set up Lyra. I think it works.
Right. Symphony, we'll acknowledge you if you acknowledge us with a like, share, and subscribe.
There you go. This one's for you.
No, I plead the fifth.
Every time I want to say Paxley, every time I want to see Paxley's entrance, it gets cut short.
Her entrance is just music and run to the ring.
What's going on, LaWanda? Just got off work. What up, EQ? How you doing? All the popcorn.
So who you got for this match there?
Rox is gonna beat her up and then refuse to let go of a hold, and Lyra is gonna come to Tatum's rescue.
Shit. I kind of agree with you on that. I want to take Tatum just to be difficult, so I'll take her just to be difficult. But I do see that of, like you said right there, if she just locks in a hold and I'm not gonna let this go and give me what I want. She goes full Dave Bautista.
Right. I like this. Roxy using the Penta arm breaker spot. She definitely is.
Right.
He ain't messing around.
Brandon, sub KJ Nick, you heard about Motor City Machine Guns? No.
What about them?
Did the Motor City Machine Guns leave TNA? Oh, well, on a commercial break, we'll dig into this here. Or I'll talk and KJ will Google it. We want to say needed this character for Rox. Yeah, I've said this before. Well, I said it earlier. I feel this has really helped all three women get over and really kind of character adjust and course correct here. So I think this has become really your best story in the women's division, especially in NXT.
Yeah, it's been solid. It's been outstanding. Again, this is the news. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin's TNA deals believed to be expiring soon.
Oh, motherfucker. Let me know when they're gone. When they've had so many opportunities to leave, why the? It's like people mentioning Seth and Becky's contracts are almost up, and then following up with, "Oh, this is believed to just be a formality." Well, then why the fuck are you doing? Well, I know why they're doing it for the clickbait titles, but just Jesus fuck.
It's ridiculous. Like, it's not even their contracts are expiring soon. It's believed. It's believed.
I swear to God, if Meltzer's the source,
Right.
it's gonna get angry.
Oh, there it is. Sorry, Nick.
As Roxy.
And Roxy just laughing. Dude.
Locking in the crossface. Is the crossface now just a heel like submission hold? Like Danielson does it. The other guy who shall not be named did it. So
he did it, yeah. As Roxy grabs a microphone, ladies and gentlemen, after picking up the victory.
It's been 1 week and I'm not waiting any longer. I'll give her credit for not being super gas cutting this promo.
Yeah, no, not bad, not bad.
And it'll help her keep it quick because she has that Mercedes Monet problem of you overstay your welcome, you talk too long. Hey, so out comes Lyra.
Oh, still in a sling.
She got a broken wing.
Take these broken wings.
Oh.
Down goes Pax.
Tatum. That spot to where she just punch out and just falls straight on her arse. Oh, she's gonna go going back after the arm here.
The prodigy unhinged, folks. Ripping off the sling and just working Paxley. Or Valkyria.
Yeah, but I like it. She's going to become like the limb taker out here. If I'm just going to, just start ripping off arms and, breaking knuckles and breaking joints out here.
Right.
Posing with the belt.
Wrestling for life.
Tatum Paxley had one sick looking move. Oh,
I think that was probably the one offensive move she hit in the match.
Yeah.
Oh,
look at Lash. Lash
got to collect herself still.
Oh, help me.
So I'm so conflicted with this group because on one hand, Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend, chef's kiss. And then Noam and Mensa out here just miss me with that Mensa.
Yeah, it's funny. Oh, look who's here. The Alpha Academy in the house. Maxine.
Hey, look who should have been in NXT and finally arrived.
Right? Maxine found her home.
Right?
I heard Hardy was backstage at WWE. He was definitely in the building.
No, yeah, he was there. He was just up in a suite. He wasn't backstage or nothing. I like how they even call back to when Lash slammed Otis there.
Oba Femi. Someone asked, and we didn't answer it, but who's going to take on Oba Femi at Stand and Deliver? I almost think you need to bring someone down. Like it's Otis. Otis versus Oba.
And they fight over an oboe?
Oh, my.
Right. Well, I for halfway a second won't lie. I thought that man was just swole ass Super Saiyan Swerve Strickland walking backstage.
Lash can't get over Tricky Willie. Lash is funny. She definitely come a long way.
Hey, finally, y'all have seen what I've been saying for the longest time. I've been screaming this from the mountaintops, and y'all have finally came around.
She definitely growing. And I think if they get her out of Metaphor, like you said, I think her and Jackson could get removed from Metaphor and do much better.
Them as a tag team in a fledgling women's tag team division, I'm all for it.
Right. Could Dijak take on Oba? Yeah, I mean, he just put several beatings on Gacy, so why not?
And I feel like they've kind of teased that because I think they had the confrontation last week, if I'm remembering correctly, to where they kind of actually was one of the few guys that could stare Oba eye to eye.
Yeah. Again, I mean, and we know that Dijak can bring the best out of people. We know Dijak's capable of a banger with just about anybody. He's proven it time and time again.
Yeah, but it's so weirdly hit or miss with Dijak. Of it's either great or
Yeah.
it's like to be cop drama shit. It's one or the other. There's no in between.
Right. I thank you, Damien. There you go. Damien asked about Oba's new challenger.
There you go. There you go. Everybody's saying Dijak. I love this Roxy in a totally platonic way.
No, she killing it. She looks good. The attitude's good. Her everything she's doing right now is really working well.
Absolutely. And like I said, it's been this nice shift of her. It's kept her fresh on NXT because that's what I worried about before of it was staying where she was. Where else do you go with her? So now you go this way, and it seems like a whole new path for her.
100%. It's definitely livened her up and, kept her relevant, even not really being around the title picture for a hot minute. It's picked her up in a really cool way. Every time you see her, you're kind of waiting for her to punch somebody. You're like, oh, here we go.
Right. So you're the hockey fan. We're in a commercial break. Who would be the hockey player equivalent of just the second they're on the ice is just they're itching for a fight? Just when I see you, I'm swinging. Don't matter.
It's funny. I mean, nowadays, there's not that many. Like a Kachuk. She's got Kachuk vibes where they just fuck you up for no reason and then score.
Yeah, I was gonna say shout out to your hometown Maple Leafs and everything. Tatum of
okay. I was
small,
like,
scrappy. No, go ahead. Well, I was just giving my take of just to where one of those whenever whoever I'm just fucking swinging on the biggest, baddest motherfucker just because I can.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Reeves, a little bit. Even though I think he got his eyes swole tonight, but it might have happened. But no, sorry. But historically, Domi's a really good one, a really good idea.
Wilson from formerly Ranger, now Cap.
Yeah, a little bit. He's more rough and grumble. He's more like the I'll mug you.
He's more out the mud.
You're not as scrappy.
Gotcha.
A good show.
Can Gacy align with Bo if Bo returns? We're not getting into the Bo discussion.
He could though. I mean, I don't know. It depends on where they want to take it. But yeah, he could.
There was the whole talk, and it's surprising now, even looking back on thinking about all of this Bray Wyatt stuff, how the Righteous was initially backstage at NXT's, backstage at WWE's, was going to be involved with this.
Yeah.
And then, unfortunately, things went the way they went. And then now they've been in AEW saddlebagged with Archer, who's, that's putting cement on lead and just hoping it floats.
Right. Sorry, we got Ava
Naval Rain.
Naval Rain. No, Ava, my bad.
Well, I mean, she's hiding it with the high-rise jeans out here. She's borrowed her dad's wardrobe.
Yeah, sorry, Nick. She just made Ava, the boss lady, makes it official. Roxy, Lyra, stand and deliver. Let's go. Was that a Wendy Chu poster? I didn't notice that. Oh, Brooks is here.
Right? Just walks through with a live mic. Sorry, guys. Oh, this is where they're going to fucking go, is Briggs versus Oba. Unless they're going to do...
That could work.
No, you're going to do Briggs versus Oba at Stand and Deliver. You got 2 weeks to build it.
Yeah.
Most of you, maybe if you want Dijak, you do a triple threat. But yeah, this is Briggs very much standing up for his friend now.
Pretty much. You hurt my buddy. Now I'm going to hurt you. Then his buddy will probably toss him, and then they're going to fight each other.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but Christ, would you even go through like main roster, Raw roster, SmackDown roster, NXT roster? Oba's one of those I don't want to fucking call out. Like,
no. I mean, this is a guy that, he just feels like he's on a different level where I don't think he really needs to be down here a whole long time.
No, because I could turn around and right now, if you sat there and had Oba Femi versus Bronson Reed on Monday Night Raw, I believe it, and I'm tuning in to watch it.
Right.
But I do like this, though. At least it develops him of a character versus just I'm a big motherfucker.
Yeah, it's kind of what you could have done or have done at times with Wardlow, where you give him a little personality, but he's dominant. Like we haven't seen Oba really, he's always fighting from the top. He's not taking stupid losses. Instantly became a champ.
Has Briggs really kind of found his voice in promos a bit? Granted, he's out here looking like a Sons of Anarchy, prospect, but more aces and eights prospect. Yeah.
Right. No, he definitely has come a long way. And he's definitely stepped out between the two from Bar Rescue. He's found a way to get himself over. He's excellent in the ring. And,
I am the man of mayhem. That's his new gimmick. That's why he's halfway biker. So it is a Sons of Anarchy ripoff.
It really is. He's got the cut. Man of Mayhem on his cut. I didn't even notice.
I just noticed when he said, I am the man of mayhem. And like we said with Dijak, that Briggs is staring Oba eye to eye here. So this could be a ongoing thing. I kind of like this.
Uh-oh. We got company. I have a feeling.
And speaking of making it a triple threat, we've got to do it. We've got the Dijakinator.
Now, does Nosti get involved?
Nah, fuck. Yeah, I think at that point you bring it down. Like this is your meat palooza. This is your meat mania. This is big beefy boys out here slapping meat.
There you go.
Instead, if you bring Nosti out here, Noah Malone, you're just having big beefy boys slapping mullets.
Pretty much. Yeah, he hasn't quite clicked yet for me or probably anyone else.
These are all just three big motherfuckers. Like, well, you mentioned how bringing up like Oba, how they could have done it with Wardlow, or they kind of did it with Wardlow. To me, it reminds me even what they did a bit with Bronson Reed for a brief period, to where he was back there with the suit. Like he gave off this really good personality, and then we just kind of really just put him on ice a little bit.
Little bit.
Oh, we're gonna set up Dijak versus Briggs to see who faces Oba.
Briggs is a big boy, man.
Well, he's baby Bull Buchanan. He's baby squared.
Baby Bull. What did he say?
So you can go on and get lost.
Dijak didn't really practice that accent prior to Showtime, apparently.
Yeah, you can go on and get to do it. Yeah, he's out there with the mumble mouth.
Oh! Down goes Dijak.
We're setting up a triple threat, I feel.
Definitely setting up a triple threat. And Dijak lands on his feet. We got a stalemate.
Well,
I like it. That was a good segment. Worth it.
Oh, absolutely. People forget too how athletic Dijak is for being a big guy.
Oh, I mean, again, every time we see him in the ring, he reminds everybody, right? We talking, and he elevates those around him. Oh, Spearsy.
I like this kind of just unhinged little bit. Oh, who the fuck? Gacy's sneaking up.
Gacy is fucking nuts. Ladies, if you guys aren't watching right now, Gacy just popped out from behind a bench, like on the ground. Only his head.
Yeah, Spears is out there watching the last segment saying pride always comes before a fall. And then you have Gacy, because I just saw hands and they just like straight under behind a bench.
Mm-hmm. And here's Axiom and Nathan Frazer to trip everybody out.
Right. Don't worry. Don't adjust your vitamins. It's the TV, not you. But Has NXT just become Arkham Asylum? It's just the place for fucking lunatics out here because we've got Spears, who I was about to prop up of. I like this kind of unhinged chairman, and then you have Gacy out there.
Yeah,
You've got
and then you got
Roxanne
fucking Noam and Robin.
Lost her mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's just batshit crazy. Yeah, and Gacy. I mean, I guess they're setting up Spears and Gacy. Surprising. The Spears trying to harness the Gacy, bring him in.
Well, could it be where we saw with Ridge of I want you to snap. I want you to go back to that old Joe Gacy instead of just being this goofy fuck all.
Spears, Ridge, Gacy. Interesting.
Well, and I was going to say, we've got the superheroes to counteract it here with Not Man and Robin out here.
Not Man and Robin in the house. So we're covering all the check marks here for the comic book lovers. But put Gacy with Nikki Cross.
Instead of the MCU, we got the NXTU.
Is Nikki Cross like just chilling? Like
anybody out there just getting like all the degrees and everything. Like
yeah,
every time I feel like I look at like Damo's Twitter, he's like, shout out my wife for doing this in school. But yeah, no, that would be a nice little group or a little feud. I'm starting to say it's just turned into the insane asylum over here in NXT.
Right.
But we are in commercial break right now, so I will remind everybody, as the chat's been hot and heavy, and we try and get to everybody, but I know we miss some people. We do have the super chats, the super stickers as well. We have the memberships. We have all the buttons, all the tiki-talkies, all the merch. But click the TikTok before the U.S. bans it and everything. But 100%, we are back at it like a jackrabbit tomorrow for Wednesday Dynamite in your neck of the woods, where we've got the former brothers, now best friends, collide in an I Quit match there.
Yeah, it's gonna be huge. I really want to see what it's like. I'm curious how much time they get to roll. Will there be, some spillover?
Does it start the show? Do you start the show with an I Quit match? Could you fucking imagine?
It's very likely. And then like Jericho Hook will be the main event.
Fuck no. You're gonna watch the 6,000 people or so that they've sold tickets to walk out.
Leave after the I Quit match.
From Winnipeg anyways, we don't care.
Yeah, leave after the I Quit match. We're good to go.
Right.
I mean, technically, you should start with the I Quit match in the sense of the time duration, but you should start it maybe the top of the hour. If not, it should be the main event. Let them go 40. You can figure it out.
No, they can't. No, they can't. They're fucking terrible with time management. I agree with you. If you start it top of the hour, if it doesn't go the full hour, then you end maybe Mercedes, just her talking.
Yeah.
Because you've also got to slot in Okada versus Eddie.
Okada versus Eddie might open the show.
Eddie's not retaining.
I don't think Eddie's retaining, bro.
Nope.
I think Eddie's on a give my belt back to her. Like, here's this one. I'll go see Briscoe and give him that one. I'll hold on to this.
And I hate this because right. Well, a little bit. Well, to me, because with the Okada thing, that's not fucking necessary. You don't need that. Why are we doing that? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Like, so Okada, you're paying multi-millions for Okada to come in as your Continental Classic champion.
Yeah.
The fuck are we doing? The Mark Briscoe thing, I understand. We've talked about it. Mark Briscoe probably should have been the Ring of Honor champion from when he showed up after everything with Jay. It should almost be at this point of the reverse at this point, to where Eddie would have, or to where Mark would have lost the belt to Eddie type shit.
Yeah, I mean, I almost feel like a little bit that it's gone past its, a little late, but I mean, maybe, better late than never. Maybe.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
Fair enough.
But Trick, we're getting a replay of Trick from last week.
Whoop that trick.
Whoop that trick.
As now we're even mentioning how Sports Illustrated's talking about this. Again, wrestling, we're all the way back up.
Oh, no, it's crazy. I mean, NXT, yeah, that's a pretty decent deal for NXT. I'll give them credit on that one.
Symphony saying 4K million subscribers.
Who?
I'll read the comment again. 4K million subscribers. Good job. Well, we have 4K subscribers. We'd like to get 1 million.
We would like to get to 1 million. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But we've also had 1 million views. So technically you're correct and wrong at the same time.
And
well,
here
just
comes
future foreseeing Googling man.
Right. Here comes the quarter pounder crew.
How do you feel that they use I was reading that so wrong because it's on Gulak's fucking vest and everything, and I was reading it like don't dead inside, don't like
right.
Don't dead open inside.
Right.
But I was gonna ask, how do you feel that they're doing kind of the Freebird rule out here of to where you don't know who you're gonna face, but it'll be one of us.
I don't like it. I don't love it. I don't like much about this whole situation. I don't think the group works yet anyway. They lack personality. To allow them to just like freebird it like one of you four in the faction. Yeah, I don't much give a shit. I don't think it helps.
It's like Timu fucking BCC, which wasn't great because there's no real connection between the four of them.
Not really.
But they kind of try and just keep trying to tell you there is. And now, granted, Regal got added to the roster section on NXT as well.
Interesting.
But so we've got, out of the no quarter pounder crew, we've got little fucking Regal and God help me if I'm going to remember his partner's name. The blonde one out of the group.
Is it Riley? Milesborn?
Some generic creator wrestler name. Have taken on Axiom and Nathan Frazer.
Dempsey looks like he's an Imperium.
He looks like he's in the fucking Who movie here. I heard there was a young boy. He played the silver ball.
Oh, blind tag into some tandem offense here from Axiom and Nathan Frazer, by the way. If you haven't made your prediction, let us know who you're taking. Got Axiom for the win.
Dempsey needs a fucking submission hold called the Monty Python.
100%. 100%. That is fucking beautiful. Just a kacha hacha may.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Run away.
Run away.
That should be his gimmick every time someone tries to fight him. Run away.
I mean, it kind of is the group's gimmick, so fuck.
A little bit.
So, are you ordering a quarter pounder? Or are you going, not man? No, not man.
I care so little for this match. It's hard to pick a winner.
Can they both lose and then just add someone else in? Pick another team,
because Not Man and Robin are kind of are being kind of heelish tonight against the QP crew. Oh, well, there you go. The Minded Python is blocked in deep.
If they start coming out with merch like that, I want at least fucking 50% royalties.
Tope's going everywhere.
Right?
Ole! Another one.
Well, even later tonight, we've got Hank and Tank going at it here.
Hank and Tank going to take on the OC tonight, so.
See, why couldn't we have one of them take on this match and have the other half take on the good
right?
Brothers?
Miles looks like a young Randy Orton. All right, I'm going to have to look at him again because that hasn't dawned on me.
No, not at all.
Oh, wheelbarrow suplex.
He looks like a young Parker Brodro. That's what I feel like he looks like.
Tis but a flesh wound.
Right. Have at thee. Have at thee. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberry.
Yeah, good pace. I will admit, a decent start to the night, or to the match. Definitely a good pace to this match. I'm just not super into either team, but I can appreciate the match for what it is.
Yeah, well, it's going to have a good pace. I mean, you have two former, I believe they're both former Heritage Cup winners, but you've got two cruiserweights, two high flyers going at it with pretty much a team that's just going to let them do what they do. and just be there to take the fucking spots.
Right.
Just Joe saying Dempsey sort of did Gable's Chaos Theory suplex. There you go. Well,
there you go.
Dempsey's also had his whole little run in All Japan. So if there's somebody out of this group that they're going to fucking use and salvage, it's going to be Little Regal.
I hope so. I mean, again, I think there's a
the whole
future
reason
there.
his daddy left the other company.
He wants to hang out with his boy.
Right. I need my boy. He's out. He just saw Dempsey out there on NXT. He's like, look what they've done to my boy. I need to be there.
I gotta go help. I'll be right back. Ava's gonna run the show though.
The fact that he's normally Triple H's right-hand man or anything.
Don't tell Tony. No quarter catch or new catch Republic. Who's the better catch? That's a good way to put it, Mark.
Matchmaker, find me a fine, catch me a catch.
They both suck, if we're gonna be honest. I don't like either of them. They don't resonate. I don't like it.
They both look like they're probably wide receivers for the Chiefs. Like they're Kadarius Toney out there, just can't catch a fucking thing, even if you just handed it off to him. So yeah, I guess I'll take new catch because it's Bait and Butch. So if you just lost the stupid name, they're good. No quarter catch crew. Like I said, you got one guy out of 4.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean the no catch crew, like I said, it just feels like BCC attempts. Like we want to have our like dojo style grappler guys that are hardcore. I don't really think it fits either group. I mean, and we already kind of we were happy with calling Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate anything but New Catch Republic. So yeah, I mean it's a bit of a struggle for sure. I don't like either.
Well, it's funny you mentioned dojo with BCC. I was like, not to give fully BCC some credit because they've been at times terrible too, but they at least looked like they might at least know what a dojo is. I think No Quarter Catch Crew just mistakes it for Froyo, and that's where they go and have. That's where they have their meetings over Froyo.
Elderberries are tasty. Sorry if I missed this in the beginning, but you can get your thoughts on the main event on Raw last night. Actually, we haven't talked much about Raw, but I give that main event an outstanding thumbs up.
Oh, absolutely. And that's how you end the show. That's Christ. I just saw even the highlight of tour. Pat was losing a fucking mind as they're hitting spots right in front of them through the announce table and everything. And then you end it with the stare down between Rhea and Becky. Yep. Nia looked strong in that match. No one came out of that match looking weak. It didn't look dumb. It looked very much like I said. It built and paid off the 5-year story that theoretically had been building that they didn't intend to build.
Yeah.
And for it to end with Rhea and Becky, really have put a prominent spot onto that.
Yeah. And they effectively made Nia Jax like the Goro of the story, right? Like the
this is the part where you fall down.
Yeah, right. Like they done a really good job of putting that together. And now the babyface gets over her big, big as in the challenge size, but her last big challenge before getting to Mania.
But it also, like you said, it really helps Nia because Nia already, when she returned and still to this day kind of deals with the whole, why are they pushing her? Oh, she's unsafe. Oh, just that criticism. It showed she can actually really have a really good fucking match. And it really elevated her to be involved in that level. Like it instantly dropped her right back into that. Let's not forget she's a former women's champion. So it instantly dropped her right back into that fold.
Absolutely. And yeah, I mean, I think you and I have been big advocates of her since her return. So yeah, I mean, I thought they tore it down. I thought Raw was excellent last night. I thought the pace of it was good. It wasn't a boring night by any stretch. A lot of story, yes, but it's Mania season.
Right.
So I was good with a lot of what we received last night. As this match rolls on,
I will give them credit of, I know we could give no quarter or a damn about this match, I feel a little bit. but it really has.
It's a really good match.
It's over delivered. It's gone full DIY Creed Brothers like last night from Monday Night Raw.
Yep.
They just took the last part of that match and just said, well, we'll just keep doing that.
Oh, Axiom says,
oh, that looked set up as fuck. Like, just push the man. You don't need to set up into a move. Just push the fucker.
Right. So all 4 men down, but a good match.
Yeah. We're getting a "this is awesome" chant.
Oh, double kick. Miles is wobbly.
Right.
What are your thoughts on The Rock wants WWE to go back to TV 14 versus PG era? I saw all the posts going around today and stuff of like, you said asshole.
Oh, Spanish fly off the top rope. And
here comes the
Frazer
win.
going up top.
Oh, fuck,
Corkscrew Phoenix splash. 1, 2, 3. As Axiom even lays out Dempsey to secure the 1, 2, 3. So not man of Robin. No.
And the quarter pounder crew still doesn't matter.
That was a match that delivered way better than we ever expected it to, respectfully.
Look at the speed in which he hits his finish.
Oh, both these guys, like, they are just can fly in hell for leather. And Axiom, you forget it's A-Kid under there. Like, A-Kid was a fucking beast, and they just, dumped him down and put a mask over him. And now he's like, oh.
He might be better off just as A-Kid or, not Axiom.
Instead of just a wrestler.
Right? Going into the replay from last week where Lexus, so I guess we're going to get Lexus Von Wagner at Stand and Deliver.
Probably, yeah. You've got, like I said, you've got to start adding depth to this card.
Yeah, we do.
We've got we've got the main event sorted. We need to add layers.
I could be reaching, but Copeland could win the title with help from Beth. I've been waiting for Beth to show up. Oh, we got the anonymous cam.
Yeah, Sean Stasiak still employed out here, just creeping backstage at Full Sail.
Speaking of meat.
Right. He should be the fucking flag bearer for any faction or any company that wants to sit there and just do, Meat Palooza or whatever. It's either got to be Big E or Sean Stasiak. So we're getting NXT Anonymous showing Robert Stone and Von Wagner having a disagreement here. Wipeout, bro. They did such a fucking Jimmy Hart version of just taking Wipeout for Sol Ruka's theme.
They should have, actually.
No, that's what it sounds like. Bro, how are you going to have your shit to get into the ring of just, the splits there?
What do you mean? What's wrong with her doing the splits?
It's provocative. No one knows what it means, but it gets the people going.
There you go. There we go. Going into a commercial break. She is taking on Brinley Reece.
Who? Cowabunga, dude.
Yeah, splish splash. Soul's taking a bath.
All up on a Tuesday night.
Vaughn Stone breaking up, cute couple. Listen, they've been running this whole Vaughn, Mark Stone, I love you, man. I'm mad at you. I love you. I'm mad at you storyline for so long, dude. I think these two do need to just some time apart. It's not over. It's not working. It's not dug in. It is just like,
yeah, but is this like Von Wagner throwing off the fucking last life raft here while he's trying to stay afloat? Is this more Jack and fucking what's her name there at the Titanic on the fucking floating door and everything? Don't hold on, Jack.
Rose.
There we go. Yeah.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like when they went like, all the stories about his head injury and da da da, and I'm like, all right, they're gonna try and do something with this, and then he went back to being a weird, ineffectual dude.
Well, I think it's going to end up being more on Maury Povich out there. You are the father. But we've talked about it, and I think you specifically mentioned it. They should have done the Phantom of. They should have made him fucking Kane and everything. Sit there and give this man the Rip Hamilton mask.
Do it up. Go all in on it. Like, yeah.
Well, and have that to be to where that starts to make him snap. He turns heel after that and everything. He's this big brooding monster with a fucking mask. You make him fucking Abyss, and there's Joseph Parks, and then there's Abyss.
100%. I think it would have worked. I think they missed an opportunity for sure.
Hey, Sean, if you need help, just get rid of Ava. She can be the figurehead. We'll just write for you.
There you go. We'll get in there. I think they missed an opportunity with that, but I'm gonna go tell them real quick.
Yeah, you go file the application there. Did she just skip into a split? Well, I think she did, and I think KJ did as well. But yeah, that's what I was saying. That's stripperella move a little bit. That was a little awkward to watch. Soul's back. Yes, she is. And by the way, are we just going to address the fact that her finishing move is called the Soul Snatcher? Has no one else picked up on that? That's a little, again, it's provocative. Some people know what it means, but it gets the people going. Stone's not working. Well, let he who is out thin cast the first stone to the unemployment line. Could you just do you bring him back as fucking Robbie E? Like, do you have him go away and you bring him back again? Because Robert Stone was a wrestler pretty prominently in TNA at a time. And I don't know if he's, through medical reasons, what have you, or anything like that, is constantly needs to be a manager. But I think there's obviously the potential from what he did in TNA that you could turn around and make him a prominent wrestler. Maybe he goes back to TNA if we do have to budget cuts. Got Sol Ruka for the win. So yes, folks. So we're getting Sol Ruka versus whatever the name was that KJ said before, as we're in commercial right now. So let us know who you're taking right now. Whether it's probably clearly Sol Ruka, or I'm sure that I'll remember her name when they pull it up on the placard, because that'll be the only time I'll remember it. Maybe it's Maybelline Larry. What? As we cut to the Wolf Dogs backstage right now here. KJ split, that's gotta hurt. Nah, he's like Chris Farley in Beverly Hills Ninja out there, to where he can just pull it off. Sol Ruka for the win. Von Wagner is the misunderstood monster and from Beauty and the Beast. Yes, that's literally every time that I've seen this man, I've pictured the fucking Broadway production of Beauty and the Beast. Absolutely. So we've got Alpha Academy backstage again. So are we really could we see this divide now if we're moving Chad Gable solo on the main roster, splitting up from Alpha Academy, to where we have Tozawa, Otis, Maxine all in NXT, where I feel like they kind of should have been, especially Maxine and Tozawa. And then maybe we get Gable, I'm hoping, maybe paired up with the Creed brothers or anything like that. We get, Gable out there like Angle with the world's best tag team with Shelton and Haas. I could see that. And Maxine for sure needs to be in NXT. She needs fucking development. Oh yeah, the Soul Snatcher. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, they had many choices of names. That was an interesting one to take. Oh, Squirrel Girl number 2, Brinley Reece. Oh, okay. Thank you, Chris. Yes. So why isn't she out here teaming up with Thea Hill? That's a fucking tag team to go there. Just call them the Squirrel Patrol here. Just call them shiny things. What's the meaning behind Soul Snatcher? Well, for her, it's because of, Her name is Sol Ruka, and it's her finishing move of she's snatching the victory out of there, what have you with that. As she's out here coming with Private Party, and I shouldn't have said that out loud. Yeah, she really is just Thea Hale before Chase U a bit, or at least early Chase U Thea Hale here. I mean, she's got to look to her. I haven't seen enough of her in the ring as she's out here hitting push-ups, but Adderall is not a personality trait, folks, respectfully. And that's what I feel like this is getting. Hyperactivity is just her fucking personality. But yeah, if you want the other definition behind that, you can just Google Soul Snatcher words, and you'll figure it out. But let me know, folks, who you're taking. Whether you're taking Sol Ruka out here looking like just Sheryl Crow versus Brinley Reece, and why do I feel that this match is going to go under 5 minutes easily? Damien saying Soul Snatcher. I love that finishing name. I'm sure you do, sir. Soul Snatcher, no comment. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I tried. Yeah, you gotta placate the algorithms here a little bit. So, but I will remind everybody, if you want to help our algorithms, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, be a friend, tell a friend. It's free, it costs you nothing, but it means the world to us. It does nothing but help us grow. And we do have the super chats, the super stickers as well. If you want to help support the channel, if you want to make sure that your comments read, or if you're like Unbroken and want to just have me talk about more awkward things, you can go ahead and do that as well. But Sol Ruka out here firing up. I had no idea until right now that she actually has like almost a full sleeve, if not at least a quarter sleeve. NXT hub for Brinley Reece, flat. Small mark, okay. Taking the blonde for the win. Larry, that's a cop-out. Generic blonde, white girl number 2. Well, we've got 2 versus 3 right now, so let me know which one you're taking. Boss, I don't know what you're... Oh, feel the rain. God damn you. Boston got me with the goddamn lines. Turning this into karaoke. But I've got Sol Ruka again right now, like I said, in control. Boston, screw you, because now you're going to have this song stuck in my brain. KJ's going to come back, and I'm going to just be in full, like, karaoke mode out here. I'll be like fucking what's her name there? And Brinley with a clothesline. What's the name there from Easy A? It's been stuck in my brain since 2010. Yeah, I got plenty of them that are just stuck in there 100%. And that's the terrible thing when it comes to songs, is that it says normally the best way to get rid of it is to finish it off. And yeah, it just becomes karaoke hour. So just snatching Brinley off the top rope here. Soul is snatching souls and digging holes. Oh, a bit. Sola, Ruka, Sola, Sokoa. Oh, Emma Stone. Thank you, C Money. I don't know why I was almost about to say fucking Lindsay Lohan. Pronoun, don't do that to me. What did he say? Yeah, that's a good one. 1, 2, 3, as Soul picks up the victory. I had no idea, even with the septum and everything. They could have done with a much better name, though. Yeah, so she hit the Soul Snatcher for the 1, 2, 3. For anyone that needs to know, which, I mean, it's an impressive move to hit. It's a fucking like roll inside cutter as she pops off the turnbuckles there. So it's an impressive move to hit. What the fuck is going on with Brinley out here? She's literally like, yeah, we did it. My jaw's broken, but we did it. Yeah. Oh, as B Priestley's coming out here right now. Blair Davenport. God damn you. I had to use the WWE name. So we're still setting up Blair Davenport, aka B Priestley, versus Sol Ruka here. Sol Ruka's theme music is so generic, surfer instrumental. Yeah, like I said, it's pretty much just Wipeout, just copyright free. As up next, we're gonna get the good paisans. We're gonna get the family out here. Blair is back. Yes, she is, and I believe someone else is back here in a minute. What happened to the other girl, Danny Palmer?
Back again. I think she left.
No, Danny's in TNA.
Yeah.
She's part of Spitfire out there with Jody Threat, TNA Tag Team Champion.
Oh, that's
you
right.
Put some respect on Danny Palmer's name.
There you go. Yeah, I knew she wasn't there anymore. So
I was going to make the terrible joke because we talked about the Soul Snatcher and then you got Danny Palmer. So I'm like, fuck. But
Danny
yeah,
Palmer.
She's done really well. I think she's going to be a future Knockouts Women's Championship, which, by the way, will be here Thursday with Ringside Anthony as well for TNA Impact as they're on the road to Rebellion.
I think we're going to hear from Mustafa Ali this week. They continue to build this up, so we'll see.
I'm sure we'll probably see Hammerstone because we've had Josh Alexander out there talking. And I saw Hammerstone put out a tweet of, tried to hear Josh's whole, promo, but couldn't hear anything. They'll realize I was watching it with his headset on. You didn't realize how much it actually blocks out the sound.
Right? Huh?
Right?
So Ruka got Dick Dale's Missouri from Pulp Fiction kick knockoff. Oh.
I know what he's talking about.
That would have been better. That would have been better.
Well, because we were talking about how your girl Sol Ruka picked up the win over Squirrel Lady number 2.
Yeah.
But the Soul Snatcher, it's a good move. Terrible name. Right. And now we're setting up Blair Davenport, B Priestley versus Soul.
I think that's a good matchup. I like the fact that, B came out at the end there. I think that builds that well. Blair's a veteran. She's going to make Soul look good.
Right. Sorry, this one was just halfway popping me up. Anyone missed 14 camera cuts in 18 seconds? Meanwhile, on Raw, we were sitting there praising it because we're getting the long, super long camera shots, the super long entrance shots and everything.
Yeah. No, I think the production value of WWE has gone through the roof, and they've really upped their game. It looks clean. It looks crisp. A lot of the entrances look good. It's fine. It's hard to find complaints. Some of the angles and the shots we're getting now, Nick, are excellent. I think it's all great.
Sorry, I'm confirming.
Surf's up, dude. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little idiots, 4 little. What? Who are you referring to? More of an 80s Soul Cycle style character who wore cheetah print.
Oh, that's who they're talking about with the other Danny Palmer.
Oh, okay.
So, mea culpa, bad wrestling nerd, couldn't distinguish which Danny Palmer you were talking about.
No, they're two different people. Danny Palmer is a dark-haired girl. She was the Twitcher. Pause.
No, I'm not going to touch that one with a 10-foot pole. You're on your own with that one, sir.
Does the Wolf Dogs destroy Alpha Academy next week in an NXT tag team title? Yes, they should anyway. That's happening next week?
Wait, what? What?
The Wolf Dogs versus Alpha Academy.
Well, I saw them have an interaction. I didn't hear that they were having a tag match next week. That's interesting. Well, that would set up then. It's got to be, I think, next week too, to where we're having the triple threat to name the number 1 contender for the Wolf Dogs, or unless Alpha Academy wins, and then what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, are we doing like a title qualifier, which we hate?
Right.
Stevie Turner was the Twitch girl. That's right. We're confusing all our generic females.
Right. We're just bad wrestling nerds.
As we are in the back, Gigi. Speaking of forgetting names,
Gigi, Maddie Rinkowski.
Maddie.
Yes.
And there's this little Santina.
I can't remember her TNA name. And she's fucking head and shoulders above everybody here.
It's funny because Santino's like a stocky little guy. Like
she's probably taller than her father, respectfully.
How big are those heels?
They're probably flats, my dude. She's probably having to like sit there and stand flat-footed.
If the Alpha Academy wins, they're in. Okay. Danny Palmer and Danny Luna are two different people. I know the difference.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah, fair enough.
You can have that. Not even what I'm mad at. Because remember, I guess this was the stipulation that if Gigi lost to Ariana, that she now gets a makeover from Ariana. Now, granted, does it count as a loss if you both just fucking low blow each other?
Yeah, I guess when you get caught, you're in trouble. But we got Ridge via Instagram.
And so it's Ren Sinclair is Maddie Rinkowski's TNA name. So for Paul that wants to come at us remembering fucking wrestlers' names.
There we go. We played the name game. There we go.
Right.
As Angelo. Tony coming to the ring.
Right. Oh. Did Gigi spit in Sean's face to get this gimmick? No, it's been a steady decline. Go ahead.
Did they up the entrance? It feels way more intense.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're going with the whole Godfather fucking theme and everything.
Even the crowd.
Fucking Paisan, my guy. Nah, see, you can't. I get the reason they're going for the fucking Godfather gimmick-free, copyright-free shit. I would, if you're gonna do it, go with "Woke Up This Morning."
Got myself a gun.
Go Sopranos with this. Don't go.
They're going Godfather, bro.
Even the
Don.
FBI, the OG Italian gimmick, the can shout out. Nunzio and everybody's still doing it. They don't even use that. They do the strict, Italian music and all that. Did they cut his mic? Oh, no, I'm just hearing the audio from one thing and watching it on another.
Oh, I had my TV on mute when I got my food, when my food got here, looked over and thought I saw Becky Lynch. But no, holy doppelganger. Who?
Gigi is, I'm assuming, who he's talking about because of orange hair.
Oh, no.
Tony
definitely new music. All right, so I'm not crazy. Okay. Well, one doesn't preclude the other, but nonetheless, they've upped the intensity to the Dawn's entrance. Gave it a little more of a main event feel, I suppose.
Right. Well, and Paul pointing out how the family's growing yet because we got crucifix out there.
Well, they never replaced fucking Two Dimes or whatever.
Yeah, we got Stacks, but we never. Well, he's kind of got to be the new Dimes out here. Well, he's now their attorney, and they're fully patching him in here as a member. But I do agree with this. Rizzo, how you doing? And not you, Scott. I know allegedly she's your sister, but how you doing?
Yeah, shout out to Scott, not to respectfully.
I will take your sister out for a nice seafood dinner.
But yeah, no, we got Rizzo in the house, and it's funny because you see a very quaint, quiet lady there until she speaks.
Right, and she will fuck you up.
Mhm.
Like, it hasn't been clear what Rizzo is to Tony D. She's just part of the family. She doesn't have to be with somebody to be part of the family. So Tony out here saying he's going to be the one man who will break the unbreakable. Oh.
Tony. I love Saved by the Bell in the background.
I was in your restaurant for a conversation, but you left me alone outside
On a
of
bridge.
the ring.
It sounds ridiculous when you say it back.
We're right.
NXT Sopranos, the consigliere.
Yeah, she's a consigliere.
Treat her nice, Nick.
I will.
You're gonna trust that face,
Fuck you.
Maybe Wagner is the legend of the hidden temple. I don't even know how to answer that.
Okie dokie.
Nick, they are real Italians.
No, he's asking, are they?
Are they real Italians? Either way, it's still funny.
Right, yeah.
The thing is, they are Italians, but they're acting Italian in addition to being Italian.
Well, there is, as an Italian American, there is certain, there is a pomp and circumstance that kind of goes with the gimmick.
Could he win?
Tony?
Yeah, could he win?
Oh.
Is Ilya due?
Due to get called up?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Could Tony carry this flagship?
Oh. I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna have to go into witness protection if I answer this. Because I don't know, because I mean Tony's kind of there, but as the guy, I don't know. Like, I don't even know if he's the best promo in his faction. So, like,
who's a better promo than Tony D?
I'm not even saying specifically anybody. I'm just I'm very much questioning if he was going to be the guy. That's the thing is, I don't know. I think he's gotten over. I think he's doing better. I don't know if he's at the point to where he's the guy.
The champ, the guy. Yeah, I mean, I understand the hesitation there for sure. It is official. Stand and deliver. Roxanne Perez will challenge Lyra Valkyra for her title. Ding, ding, ding. Let's go. Tony could win, but I don't see it. I think Ilya loses to either Oba or Trick.
I think, though, for either of those guys to go after Ilya, you've got a lot you have to snowplow out of the way. And I don't know how long you wait to do that or when you do that.
If Trick goes over Carmelo at Stand and Deliver and Ilya goes over in the same show, I think that's the next program coming out of Stand and Deliver.
Fair. You would have to move Carmelo completely to the main roster then.
Yeah, Gonzo.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. You'd have to snowplow that shit out of the way to do that. And then what do you do with Tony?
Tony goes back to being just kind of, upper middle until
goes after Oba.
Maybe he goes and fucks with Oba a little. I mean, that could work. Oba tries real name, no gimmicks.
Fair enough.
What's Tony D's restaurant called? Fat Tony's. We need.
I don't know, but I'm gonna go find out. You can have this, Chase. You sir.
Nick's going to the Olive Garden.
Fuck no! Don't you ever say that. That is sacrilege. I've never eaten at an Olive Garden and never will.
Yeah. No KJ Ilya for sure. We'll see. Stacks versus Ilya Dragunov next week. That should be a fun match. I think Stacks is a little bit underrated. We don't see a lot of him. So, yeah, I mean, really curious where that would go. Now, I got Chase U in the ring. We're going to commercial. Actually, I'm getting a WWE commercial right now of The Rock. Paul, forget about it. Capiche. Wow, my white Canadian really just came out there. Roxanne, Lyra rematch set for Stand and Deliver. I think this match is going to cook, Richard. I'm okay with it. I like these two women being booked together. Get them in there. I love what Roxy's doing. I love what she did tonight. They're going to play up that arm. There is a chance that Roxy beats her. Tony is going to be top tier in next 5 years. He will be WWE champ one day. I listen, Tony's got a lot, and I could see them doing some of this mobster gimmicky stuff on the main roster. I think there's a place for it. I think it could work. I wonder if he's just not quite there yet, but I'm just the way they've kind of added the new entrants, kind of upped his visibility. Again, we don't know what's up with Ilya. Like, has Ilya had enough NXT time? Are they ready to bring Ilya to the next stage, the next step? What will happen with Ilya moving forward? So I would say that the match isn't a clear-cut slam dunk in either direction. Could y'all see Dragunov debut the Raw after? Yeah, like, see, Bash, I'm almost wondering, right? Like, especially if you imagine Gunther wins at Mania and then comes out and basically says, I've beat everybody. You give them that old shtick, that old speech. There's nobody left for me to beat. And then out comes Ilya. Sign me up. Backlash going to be fun. How you doing? How you doing? Tony is good, but it feels like someone who will never win the big one. His gimmick has a ceiling to me. That's why I think a very interesting question, right? And that's why I kind of threw it out there to Nick as well, where it's like he's good, but with this gimmick done this way, could he really be the face of the show, the main baby face, the main heel? Could it work? Could they make it compelling enough? And I don't know. I think he might just be a really solid upper middle guy. Every once in a while, challenges for the main title, but not a lot behind it. That's very possible for Tony. How much longer will Roxy? How much longer be Roxy get called up? How much longer before Roxy gets called up? Hard to say. If she beats Valkyria at Stand and Deliver, does she stay around a little longer? Does she lose to the Bird Lady and then maybe go up? She's a tough one. Nick and I have debated Roxy going up for quite a while. What direction would she go? How close are they to getting her to that next stage? The only fear with a lot of this talent, especially if they're not solid, is you don't want Roxy going up to the main roster and becoming Candice LeRae. You know, you don't want her lost in the shuffle forever. You don't want her to be another one of those wrestlers. You need her to come up with purpose. So it's hard to say. She could win at Stand and Deliver and have a bit of a run before we see her up on the main roster. See how long she can work this heel gimmick, because it's fairly new still. Yes, we are currently on commercial for those who are watching. I will remind everybody we are back tomorrow for Dynamite, live from one of the most beautiful places in the world. Yeah, fair enough. Toronto, Ontario, Canada. As Edge will take on Edge will take on Adam Copeland. Edge will take on Christian, and it should be a good one. I Quit match. Lots else going on. Hook against Jericho, which I don't care about. Eddie versus Okada, I do care about. I'm very intrigued. I want to see how that plays out. I want to see how my partner in crime feels about Eddie probably losing that belt tomorrow. So, yeah, be here with us for that. Thursday, Impact. Anthony will be with us. Friday, doubleheader. Saturday, I don't know what's going on. But we are here all week long, folks. We watch more live wrestling than anyone else out there. If you haven't clicked like and subscribe yet, make sure you do so. And if you want to guarantee that your chat message gets clicked, do not forget the super chat and the super stickers. And if you're feeling froggy, become a member. Be a for-lifer for life. Riley Osborne, the next Evan Bourne. I feel like they're so different. As we are coming back from commercial, and Carmen Petrovic we got a little TikTok video here. Interesting. Having issues with Lola Vice. And Lola Vice. Oh, good Lord. Yeah. Lola. Oh, a little dance after she kicks. So she'll whoop your ass and have a good time with you. The Rock and Roman both will be at Raw before Mania. I didn't know about Roman. I do know about The Rock. We also know CM Punk's going to be on the next Raw. We know Cody and Roman are going to have a face-to-face on SmackDown. They're doing everything they can to hype up, build up, get ready for WrestleMania, folks. And if you check out on our main page of the channel, we've already got day one posted. We go live at 11 a.m. We will be here for Stand and Deliver. We will be here all day long, and we will be here for WrestleMania as day one of our two-part WrestleMania marathon will be live. So make sure you do not miss that. Be a friend, tell a friend. We want that stream to explode. So tell everybody you know we are gearing up for WrestleMania coming soon. I can see Vaughn joining Lex's Sean Diesel. Yeah, I mean, we talked about that before. I think Vaughn would work well with someone like Lexis King. Lexis King's still trying to find his way. By the way, we got the Heritage Cup on the line. Gulak taking on Riley Osborne in a Heritage Cup match. Okay. I can see, yeah, I mean, a heater might help Lexis get some heat. And Vaughn's been kind of lost. And we talked about Vaughn earlier, not really sure where he's going direction-wise. So we'll see. Quarter Catch Crew versus Riley Osborne up next. Yes, rolling. So let us know who you got. Got Gulak. I'm going Gulak as well. Lola versus Carmen will be fun. Yes, let's go. Two women that legitimately train combat sport outside. Lola to a greater degree from what I understand. But Carmen, I think, was a nationally ranked in karate, if I'm correct. So yeah, and Carmen's a good old Canadian. Lola is near and dear to my heart. Go Lola. What's up, KJ? I can't watch NXT. I have no cable. That's what we do here. If you can't watch the shows, we will keep you up to date on everything going on in wrestling. And a lot of times, folks, you hear it here first. KJ, who are you taking between Deonna and Thunder Rosa versus Tony and Mariah May? I'm going to lean towards Deonna Thunder Rosa. Maybe we get a triple threat. Deonna, Thunder Rosa, and Tony at Dynasty. Maybe. I'm very intrigued. I'm curious how this is going to play out with these three women. I'm just glad Thunder Rosa's around the title. She should be talking about how she never lost that title. I'm glad that Thunder Rosa is being utilized. Deonna didn't get forgotten about. Tony being, involved as well. I mean, still kind of one of the biggest personalities in the entire company, for better or for worse in some occasions. She is my vice. I like that, Paul. Simmered. I thought Dempsey would be convinced by Regal to take the cup seriously and be the one to defend it. Instead, the no quarter clause is in effect as Gulak is wrestling. Well, we did see Little Regal in the tag match earlier. But Miles Bourne got a pin. There we go. Round comes to an end as Miles Bourne up 1-0. Gulak. Osborne reminds me of Jake Cartwheel. Yeah, no, I can see that. Single patty quarter pounder for the win. Yeah, the Royale with Cheese crew in the house. Thea must have a match against JC, right? Or is the storyline over? I think that storyline is still going. And I think it's going to end up, at least initially, being Thea and Fallon taking on JC and her new friend. I agree. Good choice, Kyle. Good choice. This match has some good technical wrestling. Absolutely. Decent start to this match. I really don't have much to criticize yet. Pretty good pace, nice technical moves. Osborne gets the first fall, and because Chase U's involved, the crowd seems pretty lively. 2 count by Gulak. I'm taking Tony Maria for the win tomorrow. All right, Curtis. All right. Drew Gulak is so effing good. It's only a funny how underrated he is. Yeah, Gulak's good. Gulak's a good technical wrestler. Gulak definitely doesn't lack in-ring ability. He just, I mean, the PowerPoint presentation was kind of his best moment, but he just never, even when going to the main roster, they kind of embarrassed him with Charlotte Flair. I don't know. I'm taking Deonna Purrazzo with Thunder Rosa tomorrow. There we go. Riley is really talented. Up and comer, I'll give you that. I don't know much about him. Still seems very bland as Gulak gets the roll up. And wait, did he get the pinfall? As we got a standoff between both crews as we head back into commercial. I think Gulak just tied it up. I'm taking Deonna and Thunder. I agree. Yeah, the only reason why I'm picking Deonna and Thunder is for I think that leads to a potential title match some way, somehow. Unless Deonna and Thunder Rosa can't get along. I don't know. Plus, I mean, how long will Mariah May be under the spell or tutelage of Tony Storm? At what point does she step away from that and go after Tony? We are on a commercial break right now. Invest in tomorrow today, as my TV tells me. Not sponsored, by the way. But yeah, we are rolling through this night. We got a little bit of time to go still on this clock. So yeah, over a half an hour left. This tag match is rolling on, and then we still got some other business to get to tonight. So far, so good in my books for NXT. Pretty enjoyable, pretty content with it. So far, so good. Heritage Cup match. Yeah, not bad at all. Not bad. Who do you think wins the street fight between Julia Damian? Is apparently over NXT at this point. I listen, this street fight will be very interesting because I've seen it in the past. We do the street fights and fans go nuts. It doesn't matter how bad or good the match is. It's just there was women bleeding and beating each other. It was awesome. We'll see. I'm really curious if this match actually turns into be a good match. Not quite sure why it's a street fight, just being picky. I don't even know who to pick. Sky Blue, probably. Willow could. Does Sasha get involved? I don't know. I don't know. I honestly very disinterested in the whole situation. Relax, feeling all the thunder. Let's go. 2024, and we get a crisscross rope running spot. I shit you not, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we did. Let's go. 1-1. There you go, Larry. Good choice. I like Soul Ruka. I like Soul. I know me and Nick kind of joked around about Soul originally, and I think there's a little bit of upside to her. Very athletic, definitely. I don't know how long that finish works. There's certain finishers that just to me are a little harder to pull off consistently and keep them relevant. But yeah, I think she's got a lot of upside. They're eventually going to have to come up with better music, perhaps. But again, a strong, good-looking lady ready to go. So I think there's a lot of potential there for Soul Ruka. Good to see her back. Hopefully she can maintain some level of durability coming off the knee surgery. I'm waiting for the whoop that trick chant. Oh, you know it's coming. You know it's coming. Drew Gulak with his first fall. So he did get that fall on the roll-up. As we go to commercial break, he throws the cheap shot. So, yeah, I think. I like cake. Larry, make Soul is good, but she has a lot of missed time to make up. 100%. Again, we're just kind of getting the beginning of Soul Ruka. The good thing is at least she has her own unique vibe, her own unique gimmick kind of coming in. Feels very true to who she is. I think her biggest thing as a babyface is going to find a way to be compelling and get over. We haven't heard her cut too many promos because she's so green, but we will see. Osborne coming off the top, and Gulak dodged it and then got a submission and a bit of a clunky transition. What are your top 10 wrestling video games? Larry, will save that for another day. Hey guys, it's me, Wesley. What's up, Wes? How you doing? Does AEW constantly have to have a gimmick match every week? So we've talked about this a lot. Paul. And here's the thing. He does because he's not confident in the decisions he's making. He's not confident in the booking that he's doing. He tries to, put on a brave face and tell everybody, I'm the best booker and we're cooking. But the over gimmicking everything, it is trying to, again, when you can't really tell the right story and you can't build a match properly, you get gimmicks on top of gimmicks. And I think that Tony has used the surprise pops, the gimmicky matches, the over-the-top spots, and the special announcements, the big announcements, to his detriment. He's used them so much, we're seeing less and less and less and less of an uptick when we actually get something that's supposed to be special. That's my take anyway. We're exchanging near falls. 2.5 minutes left on the clock here. It's random that the match is a street fight, but I feel like most of these women tag team street fight are usually fun. That's the thing. They'll turn out a fun match. And to me, at times, I think that because they can't get in the ring and deliver a really solid technical back and forth kind of story building match, they make it a street fight. Someone out there, not our trademark, but lazy booking, right? And that's why when you see Bad Bunny coming to the WWE, they put him in street fights. Why? Because it covers up the fact that he's not really a wrestler. He can hit some moves, but he's not really a wrestler. Gulak, huge clothesline coming off the ropes. When Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov go to the main roster, who do you think will replace them in the main event scene of NXT? That's a great question. An absolutely great question. We were just debating the merits of Tony D. Now, I imagine they're going to stagger them going up. I think Trick Williams might be in NXT for a little while. I think they might let Trick be kind of the face. Maybe Trick's the guy that beats Ilya at some point. I don't know. Dijak's definitely trying to get to the top of that chart. He's been down there for a while. Curious to see what they do with Spears. I know I mentioned a couple of veterans there, but I mean, you'll have Oba in the mix. We'll see. But we got chaos breaking out. And Gulak takes the win. Okay, as JC causing trouble. Thea not happy. You can tell by the face she's making. Ava. What did Damien ask? Ava will be the face. She'll be the navel of the company. AEW needs to build stars. Stars and good stories are what bring people back every week. Yeah, I mean, Keyshawn, you're not wrong. I mean, we've been talking about this for a long time, and I would argue there is more examples of wrestlers whose star value has lessened since joining AEW than grown. I think more than not is gone the other way. Speaking of going the other way.
I was going to say, speaking of lessening, but yeah, so Gulak picks up the win. On a side note, before we get into, on one thing, I heard you talking, Trick, I feel, is going to be the guy that's the face of NXT for quite a while. He's going to be a guy that runs with this brand. He's over like Rover. And then to the point to where when they're in Memphis, and Memphis just is known for whoop that Trick chance, and they're like, it's a Trick Williams chance.
Quick question, Nick. We got our buddy Nost storming off, but he wasn't even involved in anything. He's like
I wore my finest Canadian tuxedo out here for nothing.
For nothing.
I will just say though, Fallon, go you fine.
Wow.
Save a mullet, ride a cowboy.
Uh-oh. Kalani's here pissed.
Hey, Fallon's out here being the voice of reason. Well, there's two of you and two of them and one of you. How did that go last time here?
There you go. So that's
The
Fallon's like
NXT women's division is it's weird to say it may not be exactly the strongest, but it's the deepest.
it's the and it may be one of the most utilized. We get a lot of them, and even if not all of it's great, because we are seeing young talent develop, but they are being utilized. We're like just there, right? Angle after angle. We had the Thea Hale angle just the match before that. We got Roxy getting involved in shit. Like they're using all these women as the good brothers coming to the ring.
Right? Jesus H. Christ with Gallows' chest tattoo here. Man went full taker with like the fucking skull chest tat here.
Dun, 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 dun,
Well, they brought me back as fake Kane, so I guess I should be ready if I need to be a fake taker at some point.
Right. Cassidy and either Taven or Bennett having a street fight. Yeah, it was Taven, and I still had an issue with that. You have this big street fight on Dynamite 2 weeks before one-on-one straight up, no stipulation match against Roddy.
Well, so that's another thing that I wanted to bring up so we're setting up Gallows and Anderson versus Hank and Tank coming up as we go to commercial, as I've got Cody talking. But I like Daniel bringing out here already. Saw someone doing a podcast the other day saying, if you question the state of wrestling, you're not a real fan. Stop gatekeeping, as they gatekeep for those who's a real fan. That's what 100%. You can tell that wasn't us because you never see that here.
Bring it.
Well, yeah, that's what we literally try to be the antithesis of. But so I heard you talking about Willow and a street fight. Is that tomorrow?
Yes.
All right. So here's my thoughts on this. You're going to have an I Quit match the same night, the same show, the same 2 hours in the same arena and everything. You're going to have an I Quit match.
Yep.
So you're going to burn out your audience before you burn them out.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. Actually, I have it saved.
Tex Ferguson, a machine gun for the win. Yeah. Good brothers for the win. Good brothers for the win. But yeah, good brothers for the win. But absolutely, why would you have? I don't care about the match itself. I care about the stipulation you're adding to it. It's this thing that I've seen with pro wrestling of you're eroding your fan base. You're setting a line of expectations you constantly have to exceed because what you have doesn't sustain anything. And that's how you slowly degrade your fan base. You slowly run off even the hot diehards, the Hodors that you had beforehand of we're going to just have an street fight before we have an I Quit match. We're going to have that before we have a burning tables match. We're going to have that before we have a fucking kendo stick on a pole match. Like,
oh, wait a minute. Is this the fucked up week?
Yeah, where they have Rampagia right after Dynamite.
It's on Rampagia.
That's even worse.
That's even worse.
You're wasting it on Rampagia, and you're doing it literally again in the same audience, in the same arena right after it, and you're expecting them. It's like, so we just taped SmackDown, so let's do 205 Live. And on SmackDown, we had a steel cage match, and now on 205 Live, we're going to have a tag team steel cage match. And
imagine
see how that fucking gets a reaction.
Imagine ending Dynamite with the I Quit match and starting Rampage with the street fight.
But that's what I'm saying. You erode your fan base. You literally, you're doing it's too sweet. You're putting too much, into one thing. You're putting a fucking hat on a hat, a gimmick on a gimmick, to quote somebody else and everything like that.
I keep saying it. I think I said it a lot the other night when we were watching Big Business was, Tony's selling a lot of sizzle, not a lot of steak. So I think that's why you're seeing the numbers kind of erode for ticket sales and ratings and such, because for 4 years you've been sucking people in with the gimmicks, with the with the the new superstar we just signed, with the big announcements, and now people just are like, we'll figure it out on Twitter. Like we've seen it happen. It's the Russo effect. You can only push the envelope so far before people go, seen it.
Absolutely. Christ, I went full Russo with absolutely. But it's 100%. You can't keep doing the same thing. Just, we've added this gimmick of that gimmick of no. You know how to tell your company's doing well when you can have it hold up and it doesn't need the gimmicks. When it doesn't need that, when you can dial that back, that's what makes when they do those things in WWE mean that much more, because they don't do it often.
No, you make it special. You make it special. Like,
well,
100%.
Like Paul says, do you want ice cream sundae before the steak dinner? Absolutely. That's how it feels. You're giving us, dessert before dinner, or you're giving us the entree before we've even had the appetizer here.
Right. What did Ava just say to Thea?
I don't know, but she just went dancing off like a squirrel on cocaine.
I've had my eye on you.
Now I've had the time of my life, and I owe it all to you. Oh, she's batting the eyes here, but yeah, why does Ava always sound unconfident in what she's saying?
Because she's 12.
Well, no, she's the mistake that Dwayne had. That's what everyone was pointing out. It's like, well, you have kids that are 20 years apart, Dwayne. So who the fuck are you to be saying this? As already underway, we have Hank and Tank versus the Good Brothers here. I want Hank and Tank to be in this, but the Good Brothers got to win.
Yeah, it would be weird. Can the Hank and Tank? Well, again, though. So if the Good Brothers win here, they're probably not winning on Friday.
Yeah. Do they fit more winning on Friday than not winning here? This is kind of like the Legato question here of, do they win here and not the other way?
It's that, again, very good question in the sense of, do they bring more to the table here? We don't really imagine, even if they make the ladder match, are they going to win it?
Right.
They might win this. I don't know. It's a tough one.
Shit, dude, you could see them being NXT tag champs.
Yeah. Why not?
I would say I'd see that over Hank and Tank, respectfully.
Yes. Oh, squishy goes Karl.
Oh, how I wish I didn't squish that fish.
Bobby fish? What?
What? Ooh. Daniel, it's like watching a Hallmark movie with her terrible acting that is nowhere near believable, but worse.
But worse. That's my favorite part of that whole thing. But worse. It's not good. She's not believable. She doesn't, no offense, but doesn't have the natural fucking, what's the word I'm looking for here? Just slipped off my tongue. Gravitas, charisma that her father has. And again, I'm struggling to take this girl seriously as the manager of the place when she looks like a teenager.
No, as someone who's worked retail, I get her as the manager of the place because I've been in those places to where you have no right, you have no fucking credibility being the manager, but somehow you are. So you're out there just, well, you're actually going to have a match over here, but it's so great. It's fantastic. Yeah, she seems so unsure of every decision she makes.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, no, it's not working for me, bro.
I don't mind the wardrobe. I mind the presentation that they've.
I think the wardrobe is a part of a shitty presentation.
It's like when you get a shitty present for your birthday and it's just in terrible fucking, newspaper wrapping too. So you're just like, well, you gave me shit wrapped in shit. So thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
When's the last time you heard we were getting a too sweet whoop whoop chant?
It's been a hot minute. I'm down. Let's go.
Well, I don't know, because the whoop whoop part might be more controversial than most people want to remember.
I think definitely in this.
They don't remember that. They don't know that.
They don't know. They don't know. They're good. They're forgivable. Right. They don't know any better.
What is an AW fan?
What's that?
You said they don't know any better, and I said, so what is an AW?
I'm actually shocked he never ended up in AEW, but whatever.
Yeah, well, they have a hot skip and a jump there to where they might have been out there. They might have too sweeted some people and then just said, thanks, have a nice day.
Right. This is probably not.
Oh, you're talking about that one. Yeah, no. By the time that was starting, everything had already been talked about. So yeah, that wasn't a thing.
Right.
Look at Jimmy Havoc. That wasn't a thing.
Bye, Jimmy.
Right. So Karl whipping Hank into the corner here. Stomping a mud hole and walking it dry. Why? You got to remember The Rock when he first came out in the WF sucked bad.
That's true. But I think there was more natural charisma. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, fair enough. We'll see where she can go with it. I just think she's in the wrong gimmick. I mean, she didn't do that great in, Schism. And now she's the GM out of left field.
Yeah, The Rock didn't start off as a GM to where he's out there, just more cutting promos. The Rock used his in-ring stuff to get himself over.
Yeah, and then part of that was they threw a really heavy babyface gimmick on him, and it didn't work.
Yeah, it was Rocky Maivia out there with the pineapple fucking haircut.
Yeah, and the big old smile. Just smile.
Just smile. Well, I mean, does Ava just naturally always smile just because of reasons?
Maybe.
Wait, what? Somebody talking about a lazy eye. I'm like, what the fuck? Curtis saying the Good Brothers are getting funky like a monkey.
Not a bad match, to be honest.
Again, now I know the Axiom A-Kid match with Quarter Pounder Crew really over-delivered, but would you have not rather had, powerhouse team with a cruiserweight team and do that twice over a bit versus we've got two teams that you'd probably rather see in it, going at it.
I get it. Yeah, I do. I mean, I don't know what the right answer is here in the sense of, I mean, it's kind of interesting, but I mean, on the other flip side, Hank and Tank are putting on a clinic.
And if you're going to have it featured in a later show, you want the more compelling match featured in a later show. So yeah, it is really
great match.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah. Hank and Tank are actually fucking cooking.
This leads me to think that maybe we really establish the NXT in-house tag division here. Well, think about it. You've got the LWO. Either team that wins here, you're going into a match with two kind of cruiserweight teams because you've got Axiom and Frazer, and you've also got LeWo. So both teams that are going to just, sell every move like a million miles and be going at a mile a minute pace. So
absolutely,
this works. You've got to have Shatter Machine or
and it's over.
That's not their finisher. What's their finisher called?
The Magic Killer.
Magic Killer. Thank you. So the Good Brothers pick up the win. Could we see the Good Brothers pair up with Briggs? They look like, I mean, it's just aces and eights.
Right? Not bad. Not bad. Still want to figure out what's happening with Tama Tonga.
Well, yeah. And if we get a Lance or a Jacob or anything.
Maybe. Is AEW Tag Team Tournament more interesting than the NXT Tag Team Tournament? I wouldn't say either way. That's a tough one, Nick. But, I mean, we just had House of Black get eliminated in the wild card to qualify for the tournament. Tournament hasn't really got started, so it's hard to say.
No, it's not hard to say. The answer is fuck no.
Fair enough.
No, and tell me how that, like you just said right there. So the House of Black, a team that you've been building up as potential trios champions, one of your established teams, one of your biggest names that you've had, a constant draw and everything like that, and you have them lose on a qualifying match going in.
Yeah, no, the House of Black's been done dirty. I mean, Malachi, each of them individually. I mean, that is, it has not been good for them at all. The booking, and now so you get teams that you don't even expect to be in there. But to be honest, I imagine Okada beats Eddie on Wednesday, and the Bucks win the tournament because that was their trade-off of going under to Sting because they needed a tag match for no reason. To main event. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be straightforward and predictable, and it's up to them to prove me wrong.
But it's so weird that the NXT tag title tournament's already pretty much decided here. We've just got one triple threat left to decide it. Already, even with the WWE main roster tournament for the multi-person tag match at WrestleMania, we've got 2 matches left that I think we both have on SmackDown here. So, meanwhile, we're still getting qualifying matches. They're treating this like it's the goddamn NCAA tournament. We've got fucking play-in matches and everything.
Right?
We had a 16 seed go over a 1 seed right there is what we had with the fucking infantry going over House of Black.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's a little terrifying.
So we've got Noam Dar coming out here, or all of Men at 4, taking on Trick, as Lash is still having to collect herself.
Yeah, she's selling that kiss hard.
As I say, I'm married, and I respectfully don't even think that like my wife would be selling this kiss this hard.
She's like, I'm
and she's like, I've been there, done that. That ain't nothing.
Yeah.
I don't need to be selling this for a week out.
Right.
As we're getting a commercial ad here for WrestleMania.
There we go. Brother versus brother.
Knock the yeet out of you.
I'd rather watch Eugene lick a lollipop while James Ellsworth pushes him on a swing for 2 hours than Ava on my screen for 3 minutes. Poor Ava. Oh. I'm with him.
You can get me in trouble with people.
Right. Kalani and Fallon versus Kiana and Izzy. Stand and deliver. Richard, I don't know. Maybe I missed it. I'm not sure if that's official for stand and deliver.
That sounds confusing. Jobson's 1-0. Dar needs knee pad, says Larry. So even when MDB's not here, we got the fucking
knee pad police are showing up.
Right. All right. We're not going to click on that one. Well, that trick.
No.
Y'all do realize we like being on YouTube, right? Like, we would appreciate it if you fucking enjoyed us being on YouTube as well.
Right? I don't want to have to put our friends in the penalty box, motherfuckers.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do at times. So Vance is asking the question, and you of all people need to answer this. You have been called to task, sir. Why is Ava getting so much hate, huh?
Because she's blatantly in a position that she should not be in. She doesn't fit the role well. She doesn't deliver her lines well. She is not compelling. She is not interesting. She is not in proper attire. Again, when you think of somebody running a show and you walk in and it's some young girl in a halter top, it's really fucking challenging to take this lady seriously. I think the nepotism. Oh, there goes Larry saying it. I don't know how much the nepotism it reigns true, but yeah, I mean, would she be the GM of anything if she wasn't, little Dwayne Johnson?
But what would you rather them do with her? Like, she's in that Maxine Dupree spot of. So you want them to release her? What would you have them do?
Put her on treat. Yeah, if she can't cack it, release her. But if she wants to try and be a wrestler, get in the performance center and figure your shit out.
I don't think she's trying to be a wrestler. I think at this point she's just trying to be a personality. Like,
she's gonna be just a lifelong personality. Is that her aspiration?
All right. I mean, if she can't go in the ring, it's fucking still in the business and everything. And I mean, I know we're not going to get Sean every week. So, I mean, to me, it's weird that they haven't explained how she even got there. That's a little weird.
And they even use Regal. Like, Regal comes out and is like, it's all you, kid. And that was supposed to convince us. That makes sense. And again, maybe I'm just being picky. But if you walked in and she looked like Sonya Deville used to, give her some fucking sport coats and a button up and look like you're in charge of shit, fine. But when you're talking to me and I'm looking at your belly button and it's looking back at me, it's hard to listen.
Navel, damn it. That's the reason why she's getting hate, is because of an exposed navel.
It just makes her look immature for the role that we're supposed to believe she's doing.
She could come out there fucking suit and tie. She could come out there looking like fucking Bella the Bull. And I'm sorry, but them oversized chompers are going to have her looking immature before anything ever, before she says a fucking word out of her mouth. So respectfully, you can have that. That ain't what I'm mad at. I'm at least willing to give her the chance of at least it's something.
No, sometimes
it's not over intrusive. Is it over intrusive to you?
Yes, because I got wrestlers.
So your enjoyment of NXT is impeded because you see
at times, yes, because there's times. And listen, I got to hold every company to the same standards. When they show her on screen, I tune out because I don't believe it. I don't care for it. And it doesn't help the show. It might not necessarily. Yeah, you know what? It fucking hurts the show. When I got big jacked up wrestlers getting permission to do shit from someone's teenage daughter.
I'll give you that.
That's what I struggle with, right? Like, Lash Legend towers over this girl. And she's like, yes, miss. Thank you, miss.
It's developmental, KJ.
Yeah, well, she should be in the lower part of the developmental, and she got pushed through school like a fucking rich kid.
They have this thing called Level Up, and she ran past the Level Up program.
Yeah, she missed the leveling.
Right.
God damn. Roxy's, hello.
Well, and then you're just being greedy out here with Kiana James and Izzy Dame. And JC Jane and Jasmine Ninks.
And we wonder why it hasn't sunk in. We just keep calling her JC's friend.
Well, because I feel like that's something off of a black and orange website that just before you watch every fucking video and everything.
Well, 2024 is J&J security.
Whips and chains, handcuffs, smack a little booty on, whip my belt, scream help.
Definitely nepotism, KJ. And on site, let's go. All right, so now we'll probably get the match officially. Definitely nepotism. I don't think Sean actually took a step back. I think they were like, listen, Sean, you're old. Your eyes kind of wobbly.
Your eyes kind of wonky. The GPS can only help you get. Unless you're going to live here, you can't keep driving here.
Right. You're looking a little rough. Maybe we'll use the pretty young girl as the face of the brand. I don't know if there's any reports that like he stepped back, but definitely less visible. I just don't think she's the right choice. There's other women on the roster.
Jasmine Ning's taking on Thea Hale next week in a lip filler off.
Mm-hmm.
So we had, the on-site there of Thea Hale. No, not Thea Hale. Fallon Henley and Kalani Jordan going straight at Sean Spears versus Dijak and Duke Hudson versus Josh Briggs. This is going to be one of those you got to win to get in.
Yeah. And here comes Trick Williams. Who's more? Oh, wait. Who wins the championship first, Lash Legend or Jackson? Trick.
Oh, for half a second, I was like, what is this entrance song? And then we got into the whoop that Trig. I've never heard the beginning of it before.
A little trumpet for everybody.
Hey! Shout out! Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. You can't spell bars without putting that arse in it. Hey, Arsenal fucking Trick Williams. My worlds have imploded upon themselves right now.
I was like, is that Wale? What was that?
No, that's fucking Arsenal.
I know who it is now that you.
Yeah, I'm like, I've stolen this man's fucking gimmick. So just shit. You can have that. Not even what I'm mad at.
Booker T kills me. Yeah. Yeah. What are you doing?
Just making noises.
Yeah, right.
Well, it's like, how did you see Booker's whole quote about everything, like the last shit that he's recently said and everything, even the Sami Zayn thing and the CM Punk thing of like, well, just don't get caught up in everything that the dirt sheets say. It's like,
you are the dirt sheets,
asshole. You're the one who said it.
As we are off and running, and Trick against Noam, and I am imagining Trick wins this.
Oh, he has to now. Like, I'm sorry, Trick is now my favorite wrestler. This has become one of my favorite shows because literally my worlds have collided of battle rap and pro wrestling, literally on the same show.
Who's a bigger star here, Kiana or JC? Woo! That's a barn burner of a question. You think JC's a bigger star?
Mm-hmm.
She's been used more prominently because of the Chase U shit. Kiana's Kiana's the one with a brighter future than JC though. And yeah, I don't know. Kiana's doing well. One of the top heels in this brand right now.
Yeah, you're really sold on Kiana, and I hope you're right on that.
Yeah, I think she's good. I like her entrance. I like the way they're presenting her. I think she's going to do extremely well.
And like I said, that may just be more of a testament to how she works as heel. Of I just literally can't, like, I can't knock her for anything that she has in the ring. I just personally don't like her. So, all the testament to that here.
Unbroken hoping for a submission by spanking win. Wrong channel.
Again, that channel, that's the black and orange and everything with the drum little snare there before you can watch the video might help you out with that, but not us. So what was the initial quote? There was the who wins the title first, Lash Legend or somebody?
Or is it Jackson? Jakara.
Oh, Jackson? Between those two?
Lash is ahead of her on the depth.
Oh, head and shoulders.
Knees and toes.
I was going to say, I dare say knees and toes.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. That was smooth. That was smooth.
Doing the little roping up there. Treat it like boxing. Stick and move. You ain't got to explain shit. I've been having matches on NXT with. Hey, I kept it PG. I didn't say nothing.
Got it. But yeah, no, I mean, at the end of the day, that was wicked. You don't see that very often like that.
No, literally just rope-a-dope, the okey-doke there with the little shoulder shrug and everything. I done wrestle with an alligator. I done tussle with a whale. I done handcuff lightning, thrown thunder in jail.
Trick loses on distraction by Lash. I think the other way around.
You're going to do the fucking love angle. He's going to get screwed over because they're in love.
No, go the other way. I think Noam loses because of Lash, but we're outside of Carmelo's dressing room, by the way. Melo, it's time. Is he Goldberg?
Well, he's out there like he's fucking the fucking militant shit down there, and everybody's right to censor with balaclavas though and bulletproof vests here.
Right? It's Trick trying to battle back. No one in control of that arm.
But yeah, you need to give me Trick and Jakara and Lash in a group. 100%.
Just metaphor without the two boys.
Shit, meta half instead of metaphor. Meta two.
Meta man. Big uppercut.
What in the Street Fighter shit just hits the uppercut and then has to do like the pose? Hadouken! Or no, that'd be the Shoryuken.
As we go to commercial break with about 4 minutes left on the clock. It's a late one.
But sorry, real quick. Is it interesting that they don't announce if they're going to do a run over? They just do it.
Oh, they do it. We know it's kind of commonplace with NXT. And again, they shouldn't have to announce it. Again, don't give everything away, folks.
Right.
No, what's ironic? You'll give stupid shit like that away, but then you'll keep Sasha as this weird, obvious secret that if you had kind of called out and put a big old bullseye on it, you might have moved the needle a little more.
Bro, no, let's be honest. Sorry, we're in commercial. I know you were going one way with what we were talking about and everything like that with reading Richard's comment. Sorry, respectfully. I understand we pay attention to a lot of what's going on in wrestling, even more than the hardcore fans at times and everything. But motherfucker, if this was not the worst kept secret, like this is one of those, that's when like CM Punk showing up. Well, we're calling the show in Chicago, The Last Dance. Of you couldn't have pinpointed it and fucking laid it out there more without just giving it away, which honestly, depending on the contract situations and everything, they might have been better suited to kind of tell you this is when we're going to get your debut and follow the yellow brick road instead of just anticipating that people tune in, because respectfully, they fucking didn't.
No, and again, I know there was probably people who, might have been thumbing through social media on Thursday or Friday going, oh shit, Sasha Banks went to the other company. I'm guarantee you there was people out there that were shocked. And
not enough to move a needle, though.
No, but the point is, because you don't sell to what you really are giving us, you hinder yourself from getting to the broader audience. Yeah, the people who are watching week in, week out, the people like us are anticipating it, but the fringe people aren't, and you need some fringe.
But, well, to Tony and the gang there, to the Hodors out there, the fringe is, we're not allowed, do not come in, do not enter, do not, because they can't handle the, who's that guy? Why the fuck do we have 7 luchadors on a U.S. show and everything that has no bill, that don't work for the company and shit? Yeah. Why is Okada the guy that was having fucking 7-star matches with Kenny Omega now out here trying to make Marvez sing happy birthday to Matthew Jackson?
Right.
That's the thing. They don't want to placate to the fucking casuals anymore. They don't want to grow their audience. They want to play to the niche.
Yeah, which isn't helping. But we're back, and Noam is on the top turnbuckle, eating some punches, trying to fight back, though.
Right? Is Trick busted up? No, it's just, he might be scraped up there. Might have a little color, because, you can see it dripping on the left-hand side.
And Lash looking concerned.
I literally had to do the left-right shit to remember which side.
Tough question. When do you think Mercedes is? If I was them, I'd be milking it to Dynasty.
Oh, fuck.
That's a ways away.
Do you run? That's the thing. Do you run the risk of going too far?
Yeah, you know what? That's further than I'm willing to go. My initial thought was
you got to do it Mania weekend. You've got to do it Mania weekend.
Like, what do you mean on Mania weekend?
On the fucking Dynamite, for all I give a shit. You've got to do something. You've got to use her. You've got to, I think, because Dynamite's all the way until April 20th or 20th.
Yeah, that's too far.
Yeah, so you've got to do it, I would say,
Yeah.
around then. You've got to, even if it's a fucking tag match, you've got to
Mhm.
have something. You've got to have her involved in ring
But
before
it's
then
funny
to
because
try and bring people your way.
we watch what's happening with WrestleMania in these like multiple week builds. You know, we're in week 5, 4, 5, 6 of like, you know, Cody's story and Roman and The Rock. You know, you don't need people to get in the ring when you build it right. So could you go 4 more weeks and not
No.
with them? I don't know. But if you're going to give us Riho versus Sasha Banks next Wednesday, it's not going to move the needle.
No, you
2 count.
shit. Oh, as Noam's right now working the knee, ankle lock. As for those, if your DVR has run out, we're in the overrun here.
We
Yeah,
are.
so Tricks bloodied up on his side here. I don't know where it happened or how, but it's
Man.
very faint as he's now got the grapevine ankle lock. Does Noam.
But Noam showing some stuff here tonight. I like it. We know him as the pesky little, you know, Heritage Cup holder on Earth.
Prick. Just call him a prick.
Call him the prick.
Trick with the rope break here.
Mhm.
Well, this is especially because Lash is right there and you can see her. She's all sorts of conflicted of just
She's,
all
I don't know.
of the feelings. So does she help Trick? Does she hurt Trick? Does she? We've got the whole Carmelo tease before we ended live. So
yeah, this is probably what we'll get. Mercedes versus Red Velvet. It's going to be a 10-star classic. They'll probably do that the collision of WrestleMania weekend.
it'll be Queen Amanada versus Mercedes Moné on a fucking Dynamite WrestleMania weekend.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're setting up Willow or Riho, and it's not.
No, they're going to tag together. She's forgiven Willow for no reason.
That's right. Yeah, they're going to be friends for now. Remember, Bibbins wants Willow to go heel, which I think is not the best of choices, but I feel like that might happen now.
It's so funny to see. We watched tonight, and all the way from Tatum Paxley to Fallon Henley to fucking Izzy Dane to fucking Kalani Jordan, the women's divisions used across the board and as a prominent feature and done well.
Yeah.
Till you go and watch the other promotion, and even respectfully, sometimes when it comes to the main roster, and just the disconnect of the failure to execute.
Oh, wait. Mensa up.
But Lash is up on the apron as well.
Yeah, she is.
Smoocher. No, she's calling for it.
Come here, big boy.
Bro, shucky ducky quack quack, says Vic Joseph.
Yeah, Vic stealing the.
You're getting set up.
Yeah. Oh.
Blocks the slap. Nah, plant one on her.
German.
Hey, Judas effect. Noam's got to go to wrestler's court there with Jericho over the Judas effect.
Right. Lash Legend versus Trick in a slam dunk match.
Whoa,
now. Being AW's first ever women's tag champ. I've been I said this. Someone brought this up before. And I mean, the irony if Sasha is to become the
big knee. 1, 2, 3. As Lashes. I like that little eyesight there of Lash could have been there to put Noam's foot on the ropes, but didn't. She's still conflicted.
Right. Not a bad match. Not a bad main event. Definitely interesting. And Trick with a big win. Noam did well hanging in there with him. Trick might need a better finisher. The flying knees don't do it for me, and I think too many people have flying.
Yeah, Kenny Omega called and wants his gimmick back.
Yeah, I don't love it.
Is it weird though to me? And am I the only one that feels this? That the last two things with like Trick and Noam, like this all feels like we're watching the dark match segment. Like it doesn't feel like we're watching the end of the show. It feels like we watched the end of the show, and this is the extra as the NXT turn shit.
Trick calling out Carmelo. Yeah, I see what you're saying. But Here comes the AOP juniors.
Right.
You know Carmelo's behind him at some point, no? Not yet.
I was gonna say they're all too tall to be one of them in a mask, so
It's true. Oh, I think I saw him.
oh yeah, he's the one in the far corner there. Yeah, this motherfucker is gonna be a distraction. It's gonna be the guy in the far corner,
Yeah,
right
there he
behind.
is.
Yep.
Well played.
Motherfucker stuck out like a sore thumb when everybody else is like 6'7" and you're like 5'7".
Man, that's your best friend. You tell me all he had to do was cover up his.
Oh,
you know your best friend.
Your best friend, if all he had to do was cover up his face and you couldn't recognize him.
Right. But here we go. As Carmelo all over Trick Williams, ladies and gentlemen, to end the show tonight.
Just saying, you're in my world now.
I don't know. Trick with like the additional security and shit's got a good vibe to it.
Oh, Carmelo? Yeah.
Oh, that's Carmelo. Is this the new Shield?
See, I was trying to come up with something that would work with Carmelo, but yeah, no. Hotel Indica, Mexico, him.
Mello shoots, he don't miss. So Trick Williams laid out after being victorious over Noam Dar. Ladies and gentlemen, that is NXT tonight. That is your show. I hope everyone enjoyed it. We will take your ratings out of 10. Let us know. How did you feel about this one from NXT tonight?
Right. And now I'll ask this question. When Carmelo goes up to the main roster, do you have this go with him? How does this fit in with the rest of the main roster?
Not necessarily. I think that Trick beats Carmelo. Carmelo leaves. Trick stays.
I'm saying the security thing. That's all.
The security thing? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think if you want to bring Carmelo up as a heel, it works, especially because he's a smaller guy. It might work.
Fair. Does it not, though, feel like Cross, like Bobby, you've got a lot of cannon fodder around something that's not going to maybe pay off?
Maybe. I mean, again, it all depends on how they present him as he gets to the main roster.
Right.
Again, if he's going to jump in and be a heel and he is arguing with someone like Bobby Lashley, maybe it might be all right to have 3 or 4 bodyguards standing there for you.
Fair.
Maybe. Trick Daddy gotta come back twice as hard on Mello now. Yeah, that's it, man. We got a couple weeks out, so you gotta be a thug. Let's
Slip
go.
inside, get loose. More punch than a bowl of juice. Now ain't no
7 out of 10 says TJ. 6 out of 7 as well from Lawanda. 7.
Bro, how are you gonna do me like this, USA Network? Of I go from NXT to now it's CIA there, the movie with Dwayne and Kevin Hart, and I've got husky CGI Dwayne out here in the shower and just singing away here like my guy.
Yeah, now look back and realize how much it looks like Ava. 7 out of 10. 7, 8.
Back it in.
Solid NXT, not much to complain about. Yeah, I mean, solid show, start to finish. Right through, not much wasted space, not much like, we don't need this right now. I thought it was a really good show.
I'll give it a solid 7. I can maybe be talked in a little bit higher, but I can see very much a lot of people were saying 7s. I can see that out of it. It was an above average, not far above average, but it was an above average NXT.
Yeah, definitely above average. I think I'm with you, like 7, 7.5. I mean, I could be nudged into, 8 might be a little strong.
No, you ain't gonna get me there.
But yeah, no, I'll go 7.5 with Scotty. I mean, I thought it was a very well done show. I thought the energy was good, the pace was good, and a lot of the I thought like the Good Brothers versus Hank and Tank surprised me. The Axiom match surprised me.
Oh yeah,
more things exceeded my expectation than missed my expectation tonight.
That's valid. Like I could meet you with that at like a 7.5, but
Yeah,
you ain't gonna get me with no 8. Like you can have that. I
I
mean, well,
dropped-
shit. No, fuck. Arsenal was there, so
right.
I
dropped
gotta give it at least 7.5. You can have that evil one I'm mad at.
right. 10 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. I changed channels. All right, out of 10. More
At least
like
you didn't change our channel though, so I'll give you that.
more like Naya. If I predict Dijak and Oba's opponent, how does Sean Spears lose to him? Gacy.
Wait, who? What? No.
So
Explain the question.
Those 2 matches to go after
Mhm.
Oba
Mhm.
next week. If I predict Dijak is Oba's opponent, how does Sean lose to Dijak?
Oh, Ridge.
Okay. I was thinking maybe Gacy.
Either or. Honestly,
Right.
it's got to be at least probably one of those ways of it's a distraction, and that maybe sets up that feud, that angle. So that would be the only way. So either or with that.
Fair enough. I like the 7 whoops out of 10 belly button rings. I'm very interested in Sean Spears versus Dijak next week on NXT. Going to be a banger. Should be fun. We'll see what this means. Yeah, it might be a little of a fuck finish on that one though.
Right.
11 out of 10. Oh wow. On the USA Network, it's Fat Rock dancing in the shower. There you go, Nick.
Right. So see, yeah. Welcome to America.
6.6 out of
because of Husky Dwayne.
There you go. Fucking love that movie though. I got Nick with a Graham. Graham LOC. Not.
Hold on. Why are you trying to get me caught up on shit?
I was
here?
trying to walk around that.
Do you work for a law firm? Are you with any sort of legal department here? Right. No? Okay then.
I would watch Mello versus Miz. They both have big egos and like to run their mouths. Whew. I don't know. We can go elsewhere with Carmelo, can't we? Let Miz hang out in the Awesome Truth. We're good to go.
Yeah. Let him pretend to be a babyface for now.
Right. Does Blair and Soul make Stand and Deliver? I haven't heard any announcement yet, but I'm assuming so.
I'm just laughing at hey.
Yeah, we see the chat winding down, folks. We are going to tap out, call it a night, and head off. I will remind everybody we are back here tomorrow for Dynamite, a special edition of Dynamite. And we are here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and all the days. So make sure you join us. Be a part of the channel that's growing by the second. Be a friend, tell a friend. Get in all those links down below. Even get yourself some nice swag. Be a part of the family. We thank everybody for being here tonight. Hope everyone had a good time. We got more wrestling coming your way very soon, Nick.
Absolutely. Back at it like a jackrabbit tomorrow night. Often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, but to put that forward live for it.
See you on the flip side, folks. Good night.